Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Winner's Circle. This week I have the winners of the Forefathers Open number 4 held at Newcastle Disc Golf Course in Newcastle, Ontario. Tom and Alicia Hums.
Hello.
Welcome, Humses.
Hi, thanks for having us.
So congrats to you both on your win. I think this is my first episode with multiple winners on the same screen.
Yeah,
So,
it's always fun when the Humses come home victorious.
Who doesn't? I was going to say, and you managed to do it a week before your own home course tournament.
That's right. Yeah, we're getting ready. We're just out of the course, and
now we're at the grocery store getting snacks.
Just so you're all ready and fueled up for what is it, 88 holes or something?
That's
over
right.
2 days?
Yeah,
88 holes. It is a marathon. That's the best way to describe it.
And the weather's looking, I'd say, nice, but also like, holy crap for the weekend. So
yeah, mostly sun. There's a chance of rain on Saturday afternoon, but hopefully that just kind of blows over. It's not much now.
I mean, did you guys get it Tuesday out in Sudbury the way we did in Toronto?
We got it yesterday.
It hit us Wednesday, so I think it was what was left of that. Not nearly as bad. Our course is not flooded like many of the GTA courses are, so that's very fortunate.
That's good, because I've never been there. I've heard many things about your course out in Sudbury, and I could not imagine it being under like 6 inches of water. It'd be bit of a trek for those for that event for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has lots of elevation, so you'd have some holes where you're completely dry, and others would be a little.
So on top of taking down the tournament in FPO, Alicia, I heard you also got an ace.
I did get an ace. It was so exciting. It was the part of the OCC Pound Elevated Ace Challenge. So ace this hole and you win a pound bag. So I was super pumped. It was my first tournament ace ever. I ended up finishing the round 2 down, so we can attribute that 2 down to the ace. 2 strokes in 1 hole. And it was great. It was kind of fun. Thomas and I played on the same card round 1, and that's when the ace happened. Thomas threw his shot, and I was like, "Oh, that was kind of acey. Like, that looked pretty good." And then sure enough, I go throw mine. We're like, "Yeah, that's it. That's it." Hits the chains. We're like, "Hey, stick." And sure enough, it did. It was sweet. A little practice putter throw. Fun. Thanks, TSA.
I was going to say, it's a good thing it was on that hole, because I do also hear from the tournament organizer that only one person paid into their ace pot, and it was not you.
It was not me. So I always pay into the ace pot, but it's usually on Disco Scene when you register. But this one, the ace pot was there morning of, and I hadn't even thought anything of it. I just sort of assumed I had bought in when I registered. So sadly, I did not make extra cash on top of the pound bag, but that's okay. I'll take it.
So the other interesting thing that I found, at least when I played on Sunday, because I didn't realize this was a thing from Saturday, the winners also got to draw for an additional prize. For there was a pound bag, these fanny packs and wallets and whatnot. What did you guys end up with?
I don't know if that was just for amateurs or we missed something, but we didn't do that.
We did not do that.
Oh, maybe it was just an amateur thing. It makes sense. You guys are taking the cash anyways.
Yeah. I think maybe that's what it was. There's contacting that TD. I hear he's up in Sudbury this weekend.
What's this about a wallet I didn't win? What? I mean, you took the 1 pound bag. I don't think you need or require a second one for sure.
Well, at lunch, people were asking. They're like, "What happens if someone aces the pound hole round 1 and then they ace it again round 2? Or do they get 2 pound bags?" I'm like, I just want to clarify. I'm not asking this question. I don't plan on acing it again, but we weren't sure. We weren't sure what the outcome would be.
I could be wrong, but it was my understanding that however many people managed to hit it, any tournament to get a pound bag.
I think so. We were trying to compare it to if it were just the ace pot.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, if there were 3 aces and you had, and 2 of them were yours in that tournament, you would get 2/3 of the ace pot. So, theory,
Yes, I know that feeling well.
did that happen to you?
I did the Bronny Classic last year.
2 aces, or someone got 2 aces against you.
No, I had one on Saturday, one on Sunday, and someone hit one on Sunday as well. So
That's great, though. Nice. Do a tournament.
my first 2 ever aces. So
wow,
that was also fun.
That's the time to do it in a tournament for sure.
So what? Thinking back, what was it with the Newcastle? Have you guys played Newcastle before this event, or was this your first time out there?
We played it this winter, and their winter layout so completely different. So that was our first time playing the summer layout.
And what did you think of the course?
Technical. It was the challenge for me was how short a lot of the shots felt. Like it was like beyond just short. It was like it's like you were throwing an approach, and it was easy to saw stuff off. I think, and that's just me, right? Like I got to work on committing through like some of those shorter shots and still, trying to attack the basket. But I actually struggled on the course. It was unique for me. I definitely like to throw hard, be it long or short. So I felt like I had to down tempo a lot on the course, and as a result, I felt like my accuracy was a little bit off on the day. So something to work on, I guess.
Mm-hmm. It's an interesting course that way because it is very technical. It's off many of the 18 regular holes are off to the side of the ball golf course. So you're not really interfering with it. It leads to a lot of tunnel shots and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I hear what you're saying for sure. I know I got in a fair bit of trouble myself from the short layout on day 2. So
yeah, it's such a magical little course. I want everyone to play there. It makes you appreciate all the little things that the course designers and those that maintain it put into it. There are like little gnomes everywhere and all these like fun little additions that I have never seen at a
the
course.
Bridges and all that stuff is just like the little water wheels and walkways. It's very well maintained. Looks very nice. Looks like Middle Earthy.
Very.
and I don't know if you heard it because I was told that they apparently took the sound off on Saturday for the Plinko hole.
Plinko hole.
Oh no, it was on. Yeah.
Was it on during the tournament?
I thought so.
It was definitely on during our practice rounds. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it was because I heard when people walk by from like hole 2.
Okay, because a couple of the designers / caretakers like Chris and Tanya had mentioned that they had to go by it because people were complaining about the noise going on while they were trying to tee.
Oh, it didn't bother me.
The first time we played it, someone played through us on hole 3, and then as soon as they got past us, they walked by the sound, and I thought it was them putting music on. They were like, "Okay, I've passed the hums, and I'm putting my music on." Until we walked by, and I realized, oh no.
But you're right. It's the little things that make that course really stand out, and I enjoy playing there. It's a good way to show what a course what a disc golf course on a golf course can be.
Mm-hmm.
When you compare it to some of the other ones like Foxwood, which is very much on the golf course.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you can design an entire disc golf course in the rough of a ball golf course if you want to. Which is
What did you think of the extra holes that were added for the tournament? So the cliffhanger and the practice basket throw.
Cliffhanger was very Sudbury-esque. We have like one high uphill shot, hole 15 in Sudbury. So that one was okay. It was, I didn't shoot very well on that whole round one, but managed to get the birdie round two. So, it's okay. That one was fun. I was super nervous for PB. It felt like kind of one of those must gets. It's a short little island. Like, please don't bogey, make it the island. But those head games, right? They get you. They were fun. I liked Cliffhanger more than PB.
And what are your thoughts on because they've called it the top of the world shot, but hole 13 when you're throwing off that high tee downhill. It is one of my favorite shots on the course for sure.
Yeah, I definitely I prefer more shots like that. Like those are the ones that I kind of walk up to and are more confident on. I was parking it a lot of times in practice, just going up and over. The wind on the day was quite strong, so I always gave myself like a circle 2 look, and often I was hitting the band from there on the jump putt, but the wind made it very challenging. But it's a nice picturesque shot, and you've got all the room in the world to throw whatever line you want, so to speak. As far as it's mostly just a big hyzer, but I like big hyzers.
It's reminiscent of our made up gold tee at Sudbury. We have across the road from hole 1, there's this big cliff, and we climb up to the top of the cliff and call it our hole 1 gold tee. And it's pretty much the same thing. You're just throwing from on top of this big cliff. So it's fun. It's always fun to just like full send something and see how far your disc can fly when there's no ground immediately below it.
It's true. It's always a fun shot. So as mentioned earlier, you guys have the Blueberry Brawl this weekend. Anyone you're worried about having to keep up with this weekend?
Well, Alicia's got a pretty big field.
We've got there's 2 of us, so I'm hoping. I ended up beating is Colleen, and I beat Colleen last year by 1 stroke, so I think it's going to be a fun battle out there this year. So like a little not discouraging, too bad that we only have the 2 of us, but I think it'll be fun nonetheless.
Yeah, the MPO field has a number of good people coming up, so I'm not discounting anybody. Just try to shoot well. I've been throwing well here lately, and if I can throw clean and get the holes I know I can get, it's definitely doable to throw 20 down plus over the weekend, and that's usually up there in the winner's circle. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think I've been seeing a lot of you posting shots on a couple of different holes. So I'm like, best throw I've ever had on this hole kind of thing in the last couple of weeks. So
hard birdies out there on the course that I've been getting more regularly as opposed to never. So those ones are good. Like there's some very hard gets that people often don't go for at all, and I've been getting some looks. And then there's some that people do go for, and you can get in some trouble. And I've figured some of them out, I think, but we'll see.
It all comes down to what's the wind doing today, and
yeah, for sure. And then but yeah, it's been good this year. I've definitely unlocked a bit more distance on some of the throws, and I knew I beat you to it. I beat you to it. Yeah, the prodigy discs are flying far, so happy with that.
Well, thank you very much for your time, guys, and best of luck this weekend at your hometown tournament. I would say go both of you, take it down, although I don't really want to vote against my other friends who are competing against you, so
it'll be our little secret.
Good luck, and we'll see you both in Guelph in a couple of weeks.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you. See you then.